Only God can judge me, that right? Only God, baby. Nobody else. Nobody else. All you other motherfuckers, get out my business. Ready? Perhaps I was drawn to the facts. Stabbed in the back, I couldn't trust my own hope. Sister bust dirty back. Will I succeed? Paranoid from the weed. No, cause people try to focus, but I can't see. And in my mind, I'm a blind man doing time. Look to my future, cause my past is all behind me. It's in a crime to fight. But what is mine? Everybody's gone. Tell me what's the use of trying? I've been trapped since birth. Cautious, cause I'm cursed. And fantasies of my family in the earth. And they say it's the white man I severe. But it's my own kind doing all the killing here. I can't lie, ain't no love for the other side. Jealousy inside, make a wish to die. Oh my Lord, tell me what I'm living for. Everybody's talking, got me knocking on heaven's door. And all my memories of seeing brothers bleed. And everybody grieves, but still nobody sees. Recollect your thoughts, don't get caught up in the mix. Cause the media is full of dirty tricks. Only God can judge me. It's like that kid, baby. Only God can judge me. 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 Flatline. I hear the doctor standing over me, screaming, I can think you got a body full of bullet holes, laying here naked till I can't breathe. Something's evil in my IV, cause every time I breathe, I think they're killing me. I'm having nightmares, homicidal fantasies. I wake up strangling, tangling my bed sheets. I call a nurse cause it hurts to reminisce. How did it come to this? I wish they didn't miss. Somebody help me, tell me where to go from here. Cause even thugs try, but you the Lord care. Trying to remember, but it hurts. So walking through the cemetery, coming to the dirt. I'd rather die like a man, but live like a coward. There's a ghetto up and down in the hours. Black power is what we scream as we dream in the paranoid state. And I bet it's a lifetime I hate. Dear mama, can you save me? And fuck peace, cause the streets got our baby. We gotta eat, no more hesitation. Each and every black male strapped. And they wonder why we suicidal running around strapped. Mr. Police, they try to see it. It's a million motherfuckers dressing just like me. Only God can judge 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 me. That would just not kill me, it only make me stronger. I don't see why everybody feel as though they gotta tell me how to live my life. Let me live, man. Let me live.
Like I feel you, keep turning on the real. But instance, say a player hating marks out to kill you. Would you be wrong if a bucket of nigga took the pavement? He don't give me first if I don't get him, who start playing? Ain't no such thing as self-defense in the court of law. So judges, when we get to where we're going, win the cross. That's real. Got it. Lived it. Crept the fuck up on him. Sold a $500,000 cake. Now everybody want him. That's the talking behind my back like a bitch would. Telling them niggas you can pay the fuck, I wish you would. And be them same motherfuckers in your face that'll rush up in your place to get your sex. Knowing you on that paper chase, glass, big screen and left the couch. My new shit is so big, already sold a key an ounce. Bitch, remember Tupac and Forte? Them same two brothers got them bullets representing the baby pop when you was locked down. That's when I'll be around. Start climbing up the truck, so sick with the like they clown. That's why they ride the bandwagon, still be dragging, telling lies. Don't think it don't see you haters. I know y'all with these guys.
Figure you know me cause I'm a thug. I love to hit the late night club, dressed in bug, and living lavish like a player all day. And now I'm about to cross some more playing shit with Project. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. That's real. Only God can judge me. 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 God can judge me. Only God, man.
All righty, man. I am here. We are live right now. Today, we want to pay tribute to a great brother. It will be some people coming into the chat pretty soon. But before that, bring them to the chat. Before I bring them to the chat, I just want to, talk about this brother life. Today is a sermon, and we want to celebrate his life today because that song represented him. Because what I've been seeing is a lot of people talking about this brother life and did not know about his life. did not know about his life, and they was prejudging the man's life they did not know, like we knew. A lot of people here knew of him and knew him in a personal level. And the most important thing I want to say to you, brothers, is that he was a great person. You know, regardless of what happened to spend of his life, how he went about it. When he came to the red pill, I was his, you know, as I call Morpheus. Uh, he came to the red pill looking for guidance. He came to the red pill like all of us who came to the red pill today. He was looking for to seek truth about female nature, looking to understand what was going on. Was very lost. And I want to talk about the great times, who he was, the funny parts of his life, man. Because a lot of people say they know him, but they really didn't really know him. That was a great part about him, man. He was a very great person, very funny person, very positive dude. Trust me, he was. When he came to the red pill, man, he was very, very, very interesting cat, nonetheless, because he would talk about a lot of struggles, man, within his life, and he would talk about a lot of great times in his life too, man. Like he would talk about the times when he used to work his job, and when he first came to the red pill, you know, a lot of people who come to me seeking understanding about female nature, come to me hurt and want to explain their stories, man. And his story was like a lot of our stories, but his story was a little bit unique because he was very young at the time. He was 21. So this was a long time ago, about 3 to 4 years ago, before he even made a channel. Uh, he was 21. And when he came to the red pill, he was seeking truth, but he came to the red pill in a situation where he had a girl he was dealing with. And the girl he was dealing with was playing him, and he liked her, and he couldn't understand why she friends on him, and it really hurt him. And he found my channel, and he was seeking understanding, and I was the only guy, as he told me, he was like, "You was the only guy that I could reach out to, man, that had your number on the link of your videos, man." So I was kind of shocked because I couldn't find nobody else. That's what he told me. He said I could not find nobody else who number was in the link of the chat, and he thanked me for that. Um, and as we began to talk, he was telling me, "Man, I don't understand, bro, why she was doing this." And I went to, I explained to him why she friend zoned him, and he began to get mad about it. As we all know, when you come to the red pill, you find out the truth. When you come to seek knowledge, you also come to seek understanding. And when he came and I explained that to him, he was very, very upset about it because he put so much effort and time, like a lot of us. We put so much effort and time into the people we care about, especially women. And that's the time he put in. He put all that time into her to come to find out that she was playing him the whole time. And he wanted to seek more. See, the interesting thing about my brother was that when he came here, he reminded me of myself, you know, because I'm very straight up on my videos. I'm very straightforward, but he embodied, like, the name Renegade do represent him. Renegade represents Sean. And I don't think people really understand that. Being that Renegade, I had to stop him at times when it came to female nature. Like, he would go out there in public, even at his job, and tell females about themselves straight up to him. He didn't hesitate. And I used to always try to tell him, like, brother, you got to go about this a little bit different, because if you go about it this way, this could happen, or this scenario could happen. You could lose your job, or this. And I would always try to guide him into a better direction in his life. When he came to the red, I would always try to help him and be more of a mentor to him, because he was so smart. He was learning from everything I would teach him. And I would teach him about working together with other brothers. And that's when I put him on the phone with another brother. I'm gonna put him in the chat today, by the name of Steve. He is in the room today. He will be on the chat with the rest of the brothers. I brought him on that, and he was like, when he met Steve, I brought him amongst other brothers. And he wasn't the only guy. I started introducing him to different brothers in the community. and we used to have group chats, and he would get to know other brothers, and that's what brought him into the fold, because I would teach him about the philosophy of the red pill philosophy of love. And that philosophy of love is about passing down your number and helping other brothers through guiding them through the red pill. Because I started telling them about making the channel. I started talking to brothers about making the channel. And once I started telling him about making the channel, he really was very skeptical, because he didn't really was aspiring to make a channel. He's very skeptical. He was like, man, I don't really know if I'm gonna be big, or I really don't know where I'm gonna go with the channel. I was like, bro, you're gonna be bigger than me. You smart. And I taught him a business strategy I used in business when I had my business at the time. And I taught him that strategy to grow his channel. I told him that he wanted to grow his channel to help men, or did he want to do it in business. He said he wanted to help men. And one thing I loved about Brother Sean, what people didn't know about, there was a time when this woman came. She made a channel about me, because I made a video called "Men Need to something like Black Men Need to Man Up," and that video gained a lot of steam, a lot of popularity. And that woman came out. She came out and she made a video about me. And when she made that video about me, Sean, he immediately told me. He was like one of the first people to reach out to me and tell me about that woman. And when he reached out to me, I had other brothers putting the link up. It was just like crazy. And he came over, was like, what do you want me to do? You want me to go in on chat? And I had brothers going over there, and he was like one of the front runners. Man, he was very, very renegade, this man. He was like he became, as I say, he grew into his own man when it came to maturity in the red pill, very fast as he grew. And I say that because he was becoming very independent. He made his channel. I promoted it. I did a live with him, and I wanted to promote his channel. And when I promoted, I started seeing things about him that was, I felt like he was going to be big one day. And because I saw his leadership, I told him about having passion. He had a lot of passion behind his videos, man. And I started seeing that. And I said, brother, you're going to be bigger than me one day. He would tell me, I don't think I would. And I would tell him, I promise you're going to be bigger than me one day. And I started seeing him help other men, because the brothers that would call me, would start putting them on the phone with him and Brother Steve. And I would put them on the phone with other brothers, and they would start connecting. And that's when he started learning the philosophy, red pill philosophy of love. I'm going to make a video about that in their future, so you can get understanding what that means, because he perfected that. And when I say perfected that, he started teaching that to other brothers. And even to this day, as I talk to you brothers today, he perfected it to a point where the brothers I see now, the brothers who came out of love after him passing away, he met up with brothers as I taught him. I was much a mentor to him about putting his number out there. And I see that around the red pill Mid-South community today. I call that the red pill philosophy of love. And he learned that, and I believe he perfected that. But he used it in his own way towards the end of his life. What people don't understand, and I want to debunk the criticisms. I played the video, the song I was playing was Only God Could Judge Me. And I feel that way, man, about his life. Only God can judge him. And people are already prosecuting his life. And I say that because they prosecuting a man's life that they did not know. As I said at the beginning, they did not know his life. And when I watch these people talk about his life, as y'all all know in the chat room, people prejudge us because we are MGTOW or red pill or even black pill brothers that's here today. Give respect to them. They prejudge our life because they don't know why we are who we are. None of us are here because we couldn't get women. All of us are here because of understanding female nature, getting into relationships, understanding the world when it comes to dealing with reality in life, when it comes to this government. We came here because we question these things. We question the world. And as we question the world, we became mature of the world. And once we took the pills, we start to realize that we can't see the world the way they see it. We see the world from reality. We don't see the world from the blue pill perspective. The same way we look at females, man. We understand now that they don't love us. We ain't come here because nobody could get women. We didn't come here because of all of these other things people put on us. We came here because we wanted to teach other men and preach the red pill message of the truth of female nature in the world of the government. Women wanted to save lives and prevent men from being on child support, prevent men from getting married, getting caught up and trapped up in the system. And he taught that. And he passed down that red pill philosophy of love. He started meeting with brothers as I did. He started teaching other brothers. He wanted to do his own thing towards the end of his life. When I talked to him, he was talking about doing off grid, man. And he also had his downsides to him. As he made his transition to the black pill, he started seeing the world different, man. And I gotta be honest on this panel. I'd be lying if I told you he started seeing the world different. See, us as red pill men, we do accept the world for what it is. What keeps us going is helping men and duplicating that message and giving men hobbies. We preach that. When I came to this community, when I was very angry in the red pill rage, I preached having hobbies. I preach doing things that's productive, whether you want to work out or play a game or whatever type of goal you're trying to reach. Make that your hobby and start loving what you do. That's why I start to preach, man. And the reason why I preach that for brothers to have some type of outlet where they can do without dealing with women, because people don't understand that women is just not the only way, and that's what people don't understand. And that's why I say brothers prejudged his life. The brothers who made channels about him trying to talk bad about him, talking about he killed himself because he couldn't get women, he was an incel. And that's why I say only God could judge me. It's so real. Because he said the media is full of dirty tricks. What do you mean? What Tupac mean? And he said, I get caught up in the mix. And the reason why I feel so deeply about that, because it's like I got caught up in the mix of that situation. I brought him to the red pill. And I say it was full of dirty tricks because even men, even in the manosphere, that claim that they red pill was even talking bad about him and then prejudged his life. That was full of dirty tricks. Before they even got to understand him, they prejudged his life. They didn't even watch his channels to understand what was the black, what was the red pill, what was the meaning, what was the message, what was the definition, what was his message behind what he was doing. He was helping people and he was saving lives because there was men that came out and said he saved their life. He was preaching the red pill philosophy of love of what I taught him, and he was passing that down to other brothers. And I just want to thank you. And I'm going to bring other brothers on this panel because we're going to celebrate the life of brother Renegade, because he lived his life as a renegade at the end of his life. And I want y'all to understand that, man. Like, he really did live his life as a renegade. And at the end of his life, he preached his message with passion, as I taught him when it came to the red pill philosophy of love, teaching passion and love and spreading that message like the plague and teaching it when it comes to philosophy of love, when it comes to meeting up with men, putting your number out there and teaching other men that same philosophy, because that's the only philosophy that will save lives. There's so many brothers dying today, and nobody care about suicide when it comes to men. And that's the problem when it comes to the society. And that's why men go the direction they go. And that's why I teach the red pill philosophy of love. Because when a man feel that low and he can reach out to one of us that's in the red pill community, one of us, one phone call can save a man's life from pulling that trigger. I can say that because I saved hundreds of men's lives teaching that red pill philosophy of love. I'm gonna bring other brothers on the panel. I'm gonna shout out another brother. Nobody haven't seen him in the community for a while. Let me shout him out, man, because I got to. King One Eye is in the building. Let's shout out that brother, man. And I just want to shout you out, brother. I ain't heard from you in a while. I'm happy you are here, bro. I'm gonna get brothers in the chat. I'd be happy to get you in, man, because nobody haven't heard from you in a while. And so let's get some brothers in the chat room, man. Give me a second, and I'm gonna get some brothers in. All right, I sent the invites out. Y'all should be coming in pretty soon. Hopefully, able to get into the chat room. But yeah, man, I just today is just a celebration of his life, man. The decision he made was a personal decision. Um, but I can tell you this, and being honest with you guys, I can tell you this. Being honest with you guys is that even though he did do what he did from experience, because I experienced the same thing, but it didn't happen. He had fear because the last time we talked, when I was on the phone, it was me and Steve on the phone with him. Last time we talked as a group, he told us he tried doing that. But when he told us, he told us in fear. He didn't talk to us in confidence, man. Because nobody really knows what happened after you go. It's always that what if you don't know? So he had fear at the end of his life, um, even doing that. But he made his decision that it was personal. It was a personal decision, and I love him regardless, man, because he's still my brother. Still my brother.
That's it.
We got
I even,
the win in the chat room. What's going on, brother?
hey, Lamar, how old, hey, Savior, how old are you, man?
29, man.
I am 33, almost 34. I am of the age where I start looking at people as family. You know, I mean, he was like 25. I mean, you probably looked at him like he was a son. You know, and let me break this to you. For me, he didn't have to push me away. To be honest with you, if he felt that if that's what it would need, what needed to be, what needed to happen, and I was in front of him, I wouldn't have stopped him because if he felt that way, it would hurt. It hurts. It hurts, but if he did, I mean, first off, I'm gonna bring this to you.
Talk to me.
What pissed me off is what the black pill community did not do him any justice. I will say that the black pill community did not do him any freaking justice. They literally dragged his name through the mud. And if you're listening, people in the black pill community that went on Tico Trent's live stream, you didn't do anything. You didn't do any justice to him by talking about Tico Trent, by talking about Tico's girlfriend or baby mama or his dead wife. You didn't do Renegade One any justice. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I let me break this to you. I literally had to try to keep go on a phone, talk to Tico Trent to keep him from going after Renegade One. I had literally Tico's asked me why I defended Renegade One, even though he pushed me away. Tico's asking me why I to this day still defend Renegade One, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm pissed off at the Black Pill community. It's gonna get loud. Because you didn't do him no justice in the first daggone place by going after Tico Trent. I had to defend a freaking Costa Rican to defend Renegade One from a Costa Rican. Do you know how hard that is?
Go ahead, brother.
Do you have any idea how difficult that is? To try to defend a freaking man's honor who can't defend himself? You have no clue. I want you to understand. Renegade One and MGTOW Savior brought me to the Red Pill community. Renegade One gave me an understanding of the Black Pill community. So when you go ahead and go and attack Tico Trent because you're losing a freaking argument, Do you know the ramifications of your actions? Do you even have an inkling of an error of the ramifications of your actions on what you're doing? Of course you don't. Of course you don't, because you're just so narrow-minded in your way of thinking that you're willing to drag other people who seem to be who are more intelligent than you into the freaking mud.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Uh,
Yeah.
this is important. Tell me something. I'm gonna tell you something now. Tell me something about like brother Renegade, man. Like in his life, about his life. Something that you remember, something that you talked to him about that was great, man. What is the memory that you remember of him? A good memory.
Good memory. I remember the fact that you had remember I remember you having ambitions and me and another person. I mean, yes, you didn't have the ability to fulfill those ambitions. You're still struggling now. But I remember he was all for it, you know. He was all for it. He would basically support you either morally. I mean, yes, I didn't have all the money. I didn't have the money to support people. Now I barely had the money to support myself, but we together we both had moral support. You know, like we did what we could. You know, we did what we could, man. We did what we could.
I want to talk about a fun fact, man. And I don't know if you remember with the group chats we used to do. We
Oh
used to
yeah,
big,
the phone
yeah,
calls.
yeah, big group chats on the phone call, man. Do you remember any great moments of him during those times, man? Doing those big group chats what
Oh
we used to have.
damn, we had group chats. I remember there was another chat. We were on the phone with another trucker. You know, with another fellow trucker, and he basically this is when I lost my job. You know, like he wanted me. Like I said, I didn't have my. I mean, I barely had my. I barely was holding on to my CDL, and then, like he put me on to another thing. It's like I remember. I mean, his words of encouragement. You know, now I don't remember the words of encouragement, but I remember. But through my actions, I live them. You know, through my actions, I live them. Keep going. Keep pushing. You know what I mean? I through my actions, I just keep going. Even when I think there's nothing. Even when I think when I'm going on empty. You know what I mean? I just live them. You know, I don't know the words of encouragement. It's like the thing is like he's pushed me away for so long, even though it hurts. He's pushed me away.
And
But
I
even
think
though
that that is a sign that you are that's part of a sign of suicide when you begin to push people away.
yeah,
Because you beginning to leave. You in your mind, you're pushing people away so they don't have to be hurt when you leave. I want to shout out Trent No Spoons as well, man. Apollo Trent No Spoons. Yeah, I want to shout him out, man. He said something in the chat room. If anybody feels suicidal, just remember you are loved, and that is so true, man. You are loved, bro. You need to
love,
understand that, especially in this community, man. Man, if you going through anything, people or numbers are out there nowadays, man. Like you
love.
can call brothers, man.
Let me
You
break
can
this
call
to you.
me. You can call Midtown to win. There's brothers out there you can call, man.
I would have, like I said, even though he felt the way he felt, I would have supported him either way. You know what I mean? To the front, to the final, to the goal. You know, he didn't have to. He didn't have to.
Well, it sound like you fading away, brother.
You know, you know. I kind of wish, I kind of do wish that he wouldn't have had to pull me away, push me away, because we'd have had a few more moments together. The fact, the fact that he knew how to push me away shows his intelligence. You know, the fact that he know how to push me away shows his intelligence.
And this
And the fact that I was pushed away hurts even more. Let me break this to you. Like I said, there's some people asking me why I still defend him, even though he's probably said me, he may have said something behind my back. I will still defend him. You know why? Because I saw him as a son. I saw him as a nephew. You know,
he was
I saw, you know,
he was
you don't know the love of an uncle, the love of a father. A lot of people don't know the love of an uncle, the love of a father. And I wanted to share that love that I had with my father, that I had with my uncle with him. You know,
he
even
was
to his final days, he could have blew his brains out on the phone with me, and I'd have still supported him.
he was
That's
family, brother.
yeah. I mean,
Um, he was family to all of us, man, in the community. Um, and that's something that I knew because we had our differences as well. And at the end, when we the last time we talked, it wasn't nothing bad. I was actually helping him about his going off grid, man. I was trying to help him reach his goal, and that was one of my goals to just help him, man, and inspire him. And that was the last time we talked. He had me on the phone with one of his buddies from the community he was in, and I was just trying to give him good advice, man. Like I would always try to do, build him up and help him build his channel and help men. Uh, but that was the last time we ever talked, man. I remember he called me, and and one thing that's why I said I regret. I talked about it in my last video. I regret it. I never, got back with him, and I regret that. I do regret that, man. And it's part. It hurts to be honest with you. Really does, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to go first, because there's a lot of things that pissed me off, up to his before his passing, especially with the Black pill community. First off, if you're gonna go in somebody's chat room and talk trash about them, and if you're losing an argument, just accept it.
Right.
If you don't have the IQ or the intelligence to keep up with somebody, don't go after somebody's family. Especially, like I said, it could have been anybody. It could, like I said, he went first off, he went too deep in the rabbit hole. You know, I mean, what's next? Well, I could have gone too deep into the rabbit hole. Would you have dragged my name through the mud? Would you have dragged MGTOW Savior through the name through the mud? Like whose name would you drag through the mud? Mine? Pick one. You don't make it easy for the manosphere, for Red Pill, for Black Pill, for MGTOW, for SYSBM, or anybody by doing doing the stuff that many of you did, and you ought to be a freaking ashamed of yourself. Yeah, them live streams are still up where your stuff is getting posted. And Tico's response to it, I literally had to get on the phone with Tico Trent Red Pill, also known as Vedic freaking Ghost, to keep him from going after the Black Pill community, to keep him relatively, relatively, you know, you know, it's funny. I literally had to justify defending somebody who pushed me away because of the Black Pill community. I was trained for freaking 12 years on the signs for suicide, and he knew to push me away. The thing is like what pisses me off is that you didn't do him no justice. You basically said, "Oh, why don't you have a debate with Renegade One?" That's not Renegade One. You should know better that it is not Renegade One. You should know better. You should have known better. Renegade One is not going to invade somebody else's stream. He had more respect than that.
Right,
He had a lot more respect from that than that. They don't invade somebody else's live stream. And first off, he learned from the best. And he learned how to defeat the best too. And right now, in his death, he defeated the best. He defeated the best. I admit defeat. To Renegade One. Because he learned from the best. And I will admit, he whooped my behind.
I'm finna go ahead and get Mr. Old School Tony in the chat. He want to talk about brother Renegade, man. So I'm finna go ahead and get him up in the chat, Mr. Midtown to win, my brother. And
No
we
problem.
finna discuss his life. I'm happy you was in this stream today on the chat, bro, and told your story, man, because everybody needs to hear it. So I'm finna go ahead and get brother Old School Tony in. Well, Old School, I think we having some technical difficulties, brother. It's not letting me add you to the stream. I don't know what it is, but it say you in the prospect, but you're not able to get added to the stream. So I don't know what the issue is, man. I'm still waiting on you, brother Steve, to go ahead and get added to the stream. I did send you an invite, so come on to the stream, my brother. All right, we was able to get you up in here, brother Steve. Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Did you want Tony to go ahead in? You know, you said you wanted to, so I ain't trying to skip my turn or nothing.
No, I think he went in. We can go ahead. You can go ahead and do your thing. I'm waiting on Tony having some issues coming in. It's not letting me get him in. I don't know what it is. Hopefully, come back in. But you can go ahead and tell your story, brother. People want to hear your story.
All right. I'm not trying to show no disrespect by Tony or anything. That's why I'm asking.
No, it's all right. He having some problems getting in. He'll let me know.
Okay.
You can go ahead with your story, brother. I know it's a little hard, man. So,
all right, everybody. So, y'all know how I get down, and listen, guys. This has been a very, very, very hard thing for me to deal with. I would be lying to you if it hasn't messed me up. I'd be lying to you if I haven't been mad, sad, angry, upset, and everything in between. It has been a very grueling 3 days. I told Brother Savior that I didn't even want to do this. Me and Brother Savior, we talk on the daily, and he was telling me I had to do this. I told him, I said, all right, well, if I do this, I'm just going to do it and I'm going to get out. And he's like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, why? And he's like, you got to do it to the end. So, guys, I want you to really bear with me because I'm probably going to take a lot of deep breaths because, guys, this is really hard for me to say. I'm an emotional person. I'm a man at the end of the day. I'm still a male, but that don't mean I don't have feelings like a normal human being. Stop this masculine shit. You know what I'm saying? It's okay because y'all already know how I get down, when I talk. So I need y'all to really bear with me because it's going to take me a little bit because I'm very mixed up.
Get time, brother. Take your time.
Sorry, Brother Savior.
Let me tell you a quote before you begin. A quote from Brother Renegade. You know what he said? You know what he said? Never be afraid to show your emotions as a man, because society teaches men to hide their emotions, man. I think that was a great quote he had, bro. A real powerful quote.
Sorry, bro. This is hard. All right.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, everybody, listen up. It's story time. So, let me sit up for this. If I'm going to do it like that, I'm going to sit up.
Go ahead, my brother.
First off, Renegade and Sean were two different people. There is no Renegade without Sean. Okay? I don't know this Renegade. I know Sean. By every means, by any means. I was one of the first, actually, probably the first to meet Sean. I met Sean when Brother Saver put me on the line with him way before he even had a channel. This was when Brother Savior was trying to get him to make a channel, and I still remember. I remember exactly where I was like it was yesterday. I remember pacing too, exactly where I was. And Savior was like, "Yeah, man, he's like, you can do it too, and you're gonna be big, man. Trust me, bro. Like, you can do it. This and that." Me and Sean, we talked a lot, and I'm not trying to make it a big deal. Sean's my age. Okay? Sean's my age. I don't know this Renegade. Okay? That's two different people. Y'all didn't know Sean. Y'all knew Renegade. I want y'all to make that very clear to y'all. And a lot of y'all don't understand that. It's two different people. There's like an alter ego, and then there's Sean. Okay? Me and Sean, we would talk to Savior, and then we would talk to Sean, and we were also on three-way with the brother named Renzo Paradise Island. Probably a lot of y'all don't remember. If any of y'all have any questions about him, just know that he's alive and he's doing his thing. So just respect it. Me and Sean, I remember him telling me that. But before I get into that, I want to say this. We are talking about, as you want to say, Renegade number one. It's Sean. I'm cutting all that chase. I'm cutting all that BS. I'm talking about Sean. You know why? Because I probably knew him more than anyone on this stream, and I'm not trying to be like I'm fucking famous or anything, because I'm not by any means.
That's understandable.
I lost someone who I knew, and we're gonna be positive on this, and we're gonna show respect as we can. As y'all already know, I'm holding my tongue greatly right now because y'all know how I get down. I'm doing it for simply respect, because it's already hard for me to talk about this. So if you think you're gonna get on here and you're going to act a fool, if you act a fool, you better have logic and you better have facts to back it up. Because I already put in there, if you're to talk trash, you're to talk shit, you're trying to bash his name, we all know what he did. Just get the fuck out.
Right.
Okay? This has been really hard for me. It's been 3 fucking days. I don't even know really what all I've had to fucking eat. I literally ate fucking Subway. That was probably the biggest meal I've had in 3 fucking days. Okay? I don't think y'all understand what I've been going through, what Saver's going through. Savers was the one who told me.
Look, yeah. Like I said, I literally had one of my two of my sergeants and one of my squad mates drag me out to a goddamn knife store to get my mood back up, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna continue, brother.
yeah.
So I'm gonna start with how it played out first, and then I'm gonna get into how I knew Sean. Saver hit me up, and I was in my vehicle, maybe 5 in the morning, and he was like, "What's up?" He had called me. He probably called me around 5, and then he hit me. I looked at my car. It was like 6. Now, a lot of y'all don't know, Brother Savior, he probably hit me like 5:27. Brother Savior works out every day, every morning at 5 in the morning. Okay? Religiously. You know? That's just him. That's his routine. So when he called me at like 5:27, that's when I knew, like, all right, what's up? You know, because we talk on the day. We talk damn near every single day. And when I don't talk to him for like 2 days, it feels like forever. That's how close we are. Okay. So he called me and I called him and he was like, "Oh, yo, what's up?" And he was like, he's like, "Where you at?" He's like, "You driving? You at your house?" And I'm like, "I'm in my car. What's up?" And he's like, "I just want you to drive home and make it safe." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on?" He's like, "Just drive home. I want you to drive safe. Don't do it crazy or stupid." And I was like, I gave 3 I gave 3 questions, like, is it this? Is it this? Is it this? And he was like, no. He told me no to all 3. So I was like, what's up? What's going on, bro? Like, I'm sorry, guys, my voice. I'm anyway. He told me, and he was crying, and he was like he's gone, and I'm like, gone? Like, who? And he was like, Renegade. And I said, whoa, wait. I was like, Sean? And he was like, yes. And he was like, I blame myself. And I was screaming on the phone. And I was like, that is not your fault. That was none of our faults. Okay. I kept him on the phone as I drove home. I still continued. Something that y'all don't know about Sean, I want to say about a year or so ago, I remember exactly where I was. We were on a 3-way call. It was me, it was Sean, it was Brother Savior. Sean had stated to us that he had tried basically to commit suicide. He had practiced it by getting a rope and basically having a noose and hanging himself. Me and Brother Savior got his ass beyond belief. As you could probably know, myself, I was extremely emotional about it. I was like, you have no idea like what you're doing. You don't know what you're gonna do to me, this and that. We went in there hard, and y'all already know how I get down, so I don't think I need to express everything that I said to him. But when another individual tells you that they've been practicing, and that he was saying it like he wasn't sad. He was saying it like this is some cool ass shit. Okay. That threw me off. Okay. We got his ass really good. And Sean knew that I'm an emotional person. okay? Because I'm passionate about the shit that I do, okay? Because that's the only way. Because if I'm not real, you're not going to get it. If I'm fake, fuck, you might get it. But if I'm real, you're going to feel it. After that conversation, Sean, maybe we saved Sean's life for about 1.5 years or so. Okay. So I want y'all to understand that we were the first people that he told that to. None of y'all know that. None of y'all know that this man got a fucking rope and practiced committing suicide by hanging himself, made into a noose. So I want to make that very clear with y'all. You may think you have known him, but y'all didn't know him like me and Xavier. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not going to say anything. It just is what it is. I was the first to speak on the phone with him before he was any YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I remember getting on his fucking live streams and his videos when he first started. His first videos. I remember he had said something about me in one of his videos. And he would call me on the phone. He'd be like, "Did you watch my video, bro? Bro, did you watch my video?" I'd be like, "Yeah, bro, I watched the video." He's like, "What'd you think about it?" I'd give my response, this and that, whoop-de-whoop. Anyway, as I get back to the topic, we saved his life. I'm not bragging, I'm not being anything. Because you don't understand. When I tell you Sean told us that, he said it with not a cry for help. He said it with not a depression, nothing like that. He said it like it was something cool, like it was almost nothing. Like it was just cool. And that's what threw us off. We saved his life for about 1 year or so more. As when you had stated the pushing away. There was red pill Sean, and then there was black pill Sean. It's almost like his alter ego took over. Okay. When I tell you guys he was 2 different people when it came to red pill and black pill, I'm telling you, he was 2 different people.
Let me tell you, I want to say something here.
Go ahead, because I got a lot to say.
I understood him. I understood. Like I said, I observed his content. I observed his conversations. What you're saying, the reason why I say none of this surprised me because I understood, because I saw what was getting ready to happen. I had already grieved. I've already mourned it.
Yeah.
The reason why the only reason the thing is that in a way I do not like being defeated.
Right.
In fact, especially this is a massacre. This is like, I mean, as you know, that I'm not only a National Guardsman, I am a fucking, excuse my language, I'm a freaking Marine. And Marines do not like to be left alive when a massacre ensues.
Yeah.
It deals something with their pride. And what my, like I said, as a Marine, I do not like, I mean, we typically like dead to the last man,
Yeah.
And this is basically, I feel like a ranking officer who basically had his battalion wiped out, and now he's left alive to deal with it.
Yeah.
And there was nothing he could do with it. And there's nothing I could do with it.
Yeah.
For me, for him leaving, like going the way he did, I mean, for me, it's not him. As I stated before, it's the rest of the black belt community. I literally, it's like, I mean, it. I'm trying not to repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Like, he did it in a way where he did it. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm laughing because of the way he did it. I'm laughing because of the way he did it. He did it in a way to get people questioning on why I'm defending him. It's impressive, you know.
You want me to continue, bro?
I'm just saying, it's like you know, Sean was intelligent. I know Sean was intelligent.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass.
Oh, I already
Just
know
like
you.
you're not blowing smoke. Just like you're not blowing smoke up my ass.
Yeah,
We
we talked
all three
about
of us, everybody who knew him, we know Sean was intelligent. I'm not even using Renegade one. I'm
Not
just
you.
gonna use Sean. We all know that he was intelligent.
Yeah.
Like the way he did it, it was like this. It's impressive. You know, I can't help but be impressed. You know,
Right.
I can't help but be. I mean, yeah, I mean, I understand you're sad, but I'm impressed. I am thoroughly impressed at the way he did it. He not only pushed me away, but he managed to push the black pill to question people on why I'm defending him. You know,
Yeah.
it's impressive. It's like he moved. It's like he already had the chess pieces in place to goddamn make me look like an ass. You know, I'm impressed. I mean, he's intelligent. That's why I say I could only concede defeat through him.
Yeah.
He's the only one within the manosphere to get past all of my bypasses. Basically, my typical philosophy: if you're beefing with me, you're beefing with yourself. But to bypass everything, which with the way he did, it's it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is freaking beautiful.
I tell you what, man, and this a real reality too about brother Sean, man. He pushed everybody in a way. This is the crazy thing. He picked up a lot of things from me. He learned a lot from me, which is like real interesting to me. I'm kind of the same way, and from a perspective, like if you ain't really red pill, it's hard for me to deal with you. And we came from a perspective where if you wasn't black pill, I heard Freaky Jersey Tales talk about this in his video. He said Sean was kind of pulling away from him too. If you really wasn't black pill, he was kind of pushing away. He had at the end of his life, he had nothing but black pills around him. So if you have brothers that have the same mindset that you have, that death is okay and it's like it's okay to be in this light, it's easier to go out. Cause the brother who made it was another brother, his name is Dumar. He made a video saying that Sean sent a picture with him with a gun to Dumar. And Dumar also is a black pill, and I ain't trying to say anything bad about the brother. But he was around that type of circle. And if he didn't have any more red pills at the end of his life. He made it that way. Because if he had some red pill brother, somebody, like even Freaky Jersey Tales, he tried to help him. If he had that, if he would have sent a picture with any one of us on this phone, even Freaky Jersey Tales, we would have stopped it. We would have did whatever it took. He would have still been breathing because he sent that picture because he had he was second guessing it. He was an outcry in a way.
I don't want
Um,
to go ahead. Go ahead.
that was his last message. Like, man, goodbye. And the dude just, you know,
So I want to get back because I have a lot of things to say, and I have some good things to say too. Because something y'all probably know about
PG,
me.
brother. PG.
Yeah, yeah. Something y'all know about me. I'm positive. I'm not negative. Um, so Sean evolved. Okay, so as everyone know, Sean went the black pill. Okay. I'm not going to get too much in it. Sean did what Sean did because that's what he wanted to do. It was nothing personal. He did the same to me as he did the win. And I remember me and Brother Saber, we'd always talk about Sean, but man, he a crazy dude. That's because that's how we knew him. That's how Sean was crazy. Sean was funny as shit. He was cool. So Brother Saber, he told me something, I want to say 2 days ago, the last time they talked. And he said that, he did what he did. And he said that, at the end of the day, he still loved me. I've said multiple times that, even though he did what he did to Brother Savior, I said I would still, if he were to decide to hit me up, or because I couldn't hit him up, it was, blocked and everything. It is what it is. If he were to just hit me up any way possible, I would catch up with him where we left off like it was nothing. Because that's the type of person that I am. I didn't have any hard feelings for why he did what he did. A little bit, maybe, because it's like I don't get to talk to you anymore. But y'all have to understand that Sean changed. And it's like, I want to say he evolved, but he didn't evolve. I think he only thought he evolved on his high of his intelligence of what he think he might had. Okay. The thing about Sean is you couldn't tell that boy nothing. Just like me and Savior, you can't really tell us nothing. I've dealt with it many times with Savior. I know I can't tell you nothing. You're going to do what you want to do regardless. That was Sean. That's like me too. That's how a lot of men are. So if it happened to you, I don't want any of y'all to have hard feelings because that's just how it happened. It is what it is. So anyway, I'm going to get on to it where, Brother Savior, he talked about the one individual with the text message and anything. I'm not going to get too deep into it. But I'm going to say that, not going to get too deep in the black pill, but I'm going to say that if he would have hit us up, we would have took care of the situation like me and Brother Savior did before. For that individual, how he reacted to the situation, I'm not going to say how. I'm going to skip that. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to skip that. And I'm going to say, guys, like I say, male suicide serious, guys. Y'all hit my line. If I don't get back to you, if I'm not able to get to you, I'll get back to you, bro. Like, I'll message you. I'll fucking, excuse my language. I'm a cuss anyway. That's how I talk. I'm gonna hit you on a telephone call. I will get back to you. I've said it before, like Savior said it, has quoted me. This is a male support group for men by men. This saved my life, guys. And I say that with, clear eyes, full hearts, can't fucking lose, some set Friday Night Light shit, like real to my heart. And I mean that. You already know I've said it many times. The black pill stuff, he was kind of like, it's kind of depressing. Like, I'm just being honest. And it's almost like you have to ask yourself, does it promote the situation? That's the question you have to ask yourself. I'm not going to say my opinion on it. I'm not going to express it because that's the only way I can show respect. That's the only way I can keep it PG, because I'm doing this. The only reason I'm on here is because of Brother Savior. And the reason how I'm talking the way I'm talking is because of Brother Savior. Because y'all don't know the grueling hell that I've been through in 3 days.
None of y'all do. So now I'm going to talk about the good things.
Yeah, I was going to do that. Definitely, we had some good times, man.
I'm going to talk about the good things, and I'm going to talk about Sean. Okay, so we're not this whole doom and gloom and all this crap. We're done with it. Okay, guys, I understand if you need to express a little bit about it. Okay, cool. But we're here, and I'm here because I want to tell the good things about Sean. I don't know this fucking Renegade person. I knew Sean. Okay, so I have a few stories. Number one was when Sean and us, we were all talking, with Renzo Paradise Island, back in the day. And we would just talk. We would always talk on the phone, about the channels and shit like that, in the afternoon. And then I remember when he had first hit me up, he had told me the situation. He'd be like, "Why'd you come to the Red Pill?" And and I'd be like, "Why did you come? And like, what happened?" He's like, "Did you find it? Were you searching for it? Like, did it just find you?" Sean's situation was basically it was over like this chick and this another dude. The chick ended up kind of friend zoning the chick. Sean, I guess, had an emotional connection with the chick, and the dude, the other guy, honestly, he was just being a little petty bitch. Screw him. Me and Sean, like, we would roast the dude. We would bust out laughing. Like, I remember I was sitting on my couch. We talked for hours, like at least maybe 2 to 4, at least. Talking about this. We talked for so long on that instance. I remember when Sean. this fool would call me, right? And he'd be like, "Steve, guess what?" And I'm like, "What, motherfucker?" He's like, "I ended my streak." And I'm like, "Ended your streak of what?" "I smashed." And I was like, "What?" I was like, you got some, nah. And he's like, "Yeah, man." And I was like, "How'd it go down? Where did it happen? Where did you meet her?" So let me tell you how funny Sean is. Like, Sean is crazy. Like, Sean is not Renegade, y'all. Like, y'all didn't know him like that. I'm not trying to be, bragging or shit, but how y'all know I'm speaking and how the cheerful that y'all hear me saying, because guys, that was Sean. That's who I knew. I didn't know this fake ass Renegade persona shit.
Honestly, I knew he was a tornado. It was either a tornado or a hurricane.
Yeah. It was 2 different people. So I would ask Sean, I'd be like, "Okay, so where did it go down? Where did it happen?" This is how I want y'all to understand. This is how crazy Sean is. Sean picked up this chick. I don't remember where. I don't know if it was at his job or where. I think it may have been at his job. So this fucker continues to tell me. I was like, "Okay, so you smashed." So you smashed her at her house, your house, I know that was your family's house and everything. So I was like, "So how'd you do it? Like, did you do it in your fucking car? Like, what's up?" He's like, "I went to a hotel," and I was like, "All right." And I was like, "What do you mean you went to a hotel?" He's like, "So, I went to a hotel and that's when we smashed." I'm like, whoa. Let me rewind this, because a normal person.
He's kind of like me.
Yeah. A normal person isn't going to just get a hotel, guys. He's like, I'm like, "Hold on one second. You mean to tell me that I was like, "Did y'all split it?" He's like, "No, I got it." And I was like, whoa. "How much did you spend on this hotel room?" "About $80. I was like, "What?" I was like, "So you mean to tell me right now, you call me and tell me that you're so excited, you ended your streak, you smashed, and then you proceed to tell me that I got a hotel room, I paid $80, and I smashed and I bounced?" And I was like, "You didn't stay in the hotel room the whole day?" He's like, "Nah, I just left." I was like,
yes.
I was like, "You spend 80 on a hotel room, you smash the chick, I guess the chick at the job, if I'm right, and then you basically turn in the key like it was nothing." Sean was a crazy ass, and I loved him.
Man, that's the misconception. I'm going to open up about that. That's the misconception too about people in the Red Pill. And that's the crazy thing, man, that they come out here and talk about Sean now like they know him. They really didn't, because they would say he was an incel, he couldn't get women. That's the problem. That's the misconception of us as MGTOW red pill men. They say we can't get women. That was never our issue. That was never the issue. Every man came here because of a woman, not because they couldn't get one. And that's the big misconception. Go ahead, brother.
All right, I have a few more stories. I want to tell everyone that I can tell, because these need to be told, okay? Because we're celebrating his life right now, and I want to celebrate it. I don't believe in funerals and all that shit. Hell, I told Savior, I said, throw my ass to the Gators. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that shit. Be happy, celebrate, because I wouldn't want you to be down and shit. Okay, so I'm celebrating it right now. Sean would call me when I had moved to a new city, and he would ask me like, hey, you know, I'm just, checking up on you and shit and everything. And I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. You know, he started calling me like every day, like real shit. He had him and this other dude, I forgot who his name was. Sean had said some shit about a fleshlight. And I was like, what? And I was like, what the fuck is that? And so he explained to me like what it was and everything. Like things y'all don't know about Sean. Sean was a normal fucking dude. Okay. Sean was crazy. Sean was cool. I'm crazy and wild as hell. Saver always tells me all the time. He's like, anyone told you, you a wild boy, you crazy MF, call me Steve-O, shit like that. Me and Sean were really close. I was probably closer to Sean than Savior. We talked more. So anyway, it was basically during the time when Sean had actually, if y'all don't know, I knew nothing of what NoFap was. Okay. Y'all probably know what it is. I'm not going to get into detail. Yeah. And I was like, what is that? And he's like, it's this, and this. And at the time, I was actually wanting to go in the military at that time. And I was wanting, just to get my body right as fast as the way possible. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I didn't know fat for a good while. And it was a grueling process. But Sean called me every single day. He would call me when I'd be at the gym, Renzo Paradise Island. He would call me too. I'd talk to him. Love that brother. He's alive and well. That's all that needs to be said. He's doing great for himself. He's doing his thing. Anyway, about Sean would call me while I'm at the gym. Sometimes I would have both of them like hit me at the gym the same time. You know what I'm saying? And we'd do like 3-way. You know what I'm saying? I'd be on the treadmill, doing my thing or whatever. Be trying to look good, get in shape and shit, for the military, get my shit done. And I remember I was telling Sean, I was like, man, like this NoFap shit, man. It's like I just have more energy. I can do so much more in the gym, and it's like it's just incredible. And I tell him, I said, man, do you feel like you just want to fight someone for no reason? And he's like, what? And I said, yeah, dude. I was like, this stuff got me so worked up. It's like I just want to get in the octagon and just fight someone for no reason, just to get my energy and shit out, just to like release my testosterone. He's like, yeah, man, that's what a NoFap. I don't really have that right now, but that's how it is, for some guys. If you ever see Wolf of Wall Street, basically talking about it was a zone of fucking testosterone where the dudes breaking the bat and they're fucking and they're fighting and all kinds of shit. Like I was talking to him when we were raising testosterone. Sean would fucking call me and he'd be like, I'm about to go to the gym. I'm about to get these gains. And he would talk to me while he would go through the Taco Bell drive-thru, and he'd be like, I'm gonna get a bean burrito, and he'd get his bean burrito because he would try the vegan shit.
Yeah, like, I was telling him about that. Yeah, I was trying to get more.
He would try. Like Sean would really hype himself up, and he would like really try on this vegan shit, right? And he'd be like, yeah, but like a few times he would like relapse, and I'm like, bro, you don't have to do this vegan shit. Like Brother Savior, like he's a vegetarian, but I mean, hey, that's on him, bro. Like MF, I'm gonna eat my steak and I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat meat, bro. I don't give a F,
He was searching, man. He was finding his way, and that's what people don't really understand, man.
Right.
When we met him, he was finding his way in life. He was trying to do the vegan thing. He was trying to do the monk thing.
Yeah, he tried the monk. So y'all don't know about Sean. He'd be like, man, I'm going monk. I'm going monk. This MS. Oh my God, it feels so good. This MF would be like, I'm going monk. And this is the time me and Xavier, we wanted to go to the DR when the DR was popping. That was the time that I was wanting to go. I had to save money to, to go and everything like that. Xavier was basically already go already. I still had to save up some money and shit. Anyway, his new thing was, I'm monk. I'm going to go monk. I'm a monk now, this and that. I don't believe, going overseas, doing the thing and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'm like, bro, you do you. All right, now check this out. This fucker would hit us up like, I don't know how many weeks later, and I think he hit fucking Xavier up and be like, Xavier be like, hey, Steve. I'm like, what's up? You know what that motherfucker Sean told me? He's like, what? I'm like, what? He's like, man, that man told me he got some booty. I was like, bro, you're supposed to be monk. He called me and said he smashed, man. He back on the new path of monk. Sean tried monk like 3 individual or 4, and I don't know how many times, maybe 3 to 4 individual times to try to be monk, to not be with women, to smash. Y'all don't really know Sean. People say, oh, Sean was incel. Sean didn't get women. No, Sean still smashed. Like, Sean still got with women, but Sean was very selective. Sean wouldn't just smash a chick if she was like, had a nice body and everything. Sean would like downgrade the fuck out of a woman if she had a nice body just on how she talked and how she spoke about shit. Sean was really intelligent. He was smart as shit. I remember he said, I forgot what he said. I forgot what he said.
Her ego.
Yeah, he would say some crazy shit to her, and she'd be like, "What the f?" And she would like him at the job or whatever. And Sean would just, avoid her and not try to be around the chick and everything. Sean basically just ended up telling her like, "Okay, y'all don't know. Sean is a savage motherfucker. Sean's savage as fuck. Sean will hit you with that cutthroat shit, like hit you with that 3-piece and a soda real quick." I'm not even playing. That's how Sean. That's why I fucked with Sean. I fucked with Sean because he didn't give a fuck and he was like me.
Oh, he was very blunt. He was very.
He was blunt than a motherfucker, bro.
He reminded me of my channel, like how I am, and I would have to kind of tell him like, hey, out in the world, you can't just go out there as a R.i.p and just express it to everybody. People don't understand.
Sean didn't care.
That didn't mean shit to him. You and I both know that didn't mean shit to him.
Yeah,
you and I both know he was gonna fucking do it.
During the proper times, he would listen. He would go through other things. He was like, you know what, you're right. I said, you gotta be careful because you might find the right white knight. He might try to get you because there's a lot of blue pill men that really there's lost out here. But you can go ahead, Sean. Steve.
Anyway, bro, it's good. It's good. So Sean was telling me about this chick, and she looked good, like nice body and everything. And see, in the back of my mind, young dagger dicking, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so she looked good. She had a nice body. You were sexually attracted to her. And you mean to tell me she wanted to smash you, but you flat out denied smashing her, because she been with probably Pookie and Rayway and every goddamn motherfucker in between. And so he denied smashing her based off like her fucking intelligence level, based off of the shit she did, the shit, how she works, how she carried herself, all that shit. And I'm like, Sean, I would have fucked. Sean, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, I would at least, got some female comforter, cuddled or something. I would have got something, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sean, I would have fucked. But
he's one of the reasons why whenever everybody else is saying, oh, go, ooh, that chick right there, I'm like, where I see her when
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at her.
Right. So Sean was he was a good dude, and we had some good conversations. We had some good times. Um, I remember that he was going to school. I remember he would hop on. I think it was his PS4 or Xbox. I can't remember. He would play like Madden or 2K. You know, just play video games, shit like that. See what else. I mean, it's so crazy that I remember what this man's car looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still remember when he sent me a picture of his car. Like, I remember what his car looks like, bro. Sean was a good kid. Okay. We had a lot of crazy convos. Like, I probably can't even, remember, a lot of them because, we just talked so much. We were really close. I remember telling Sean when I was on the NoFap shit, and I was like, man, there's this woman at my job, man. I know she wanting to smash, but she doing everything, man. She wearing the most revealing shit, and this is grown ass woman, you know what I'm saying? She was basically a boss
Yeah.
over me and shit. And I was like, man, like, it's so hard. I know she wants it, you know what I'm saying? And he would just get me through it. Like, man, you can't do it. No, you can't. I know she wants you and you want her, but man, like, you can't do it. Sean was very supportive on things. It eventually became that, if you wasn't on his plan, then Sean moved on. Sean was
Right.
very confused. Sean was lost. Okay. We did everything basically in our power, just about. We love Sean. I don't know this fucking Renegade person. That's why I'm not saying Renegade, because how he was online and how he was offline was two different people. Yes, Sean met up with brothers and contacted them. Yes, Sean followed the blueprint of Savior. Sean learned everything from Brother Savior. Okay, dude, how about y'all go on his page and y'all look at his thumbnails? How about that? See what I'm talking about? Sean was a very good listener. There's something about Sean y'all didn't know. So Brother Savior was telling me this, and he asked Sean, he's like, all right, Sean, well, you trying to be like a sellout basically and do it for business, or you trying to make money? Are you trying to, be popular, get a bunch of subscribers? Like, what are you trying to do? Sean didn't want money. Sean to have so many subscribers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sean wanted to be famous. Sean put out good MGTOW red pill information. Sean had a way of breaking it down in a very intelligent perspective, if makes. He knew how to speak. He was really smart. A lot of people may not have understood him on sometimes how he would say shit or how he would explain shit. But Sean basically, it's almost like he was trying to be that way, if that makes sense. He was trying to be, this and that because, guys, he wanted to be famous. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to come off as the philosopher, intelligent, and he was. He was the intelligent and everything like that. I don't really know about the philosopher wise, but intelligent wise, he was a very smart guy. Learned a lot, from Brother Savior. He learned a lot from me. I put knowledge on him. I drop jewels. It's a tier effect. Okay. When I say tier effect of dropping jewels, it's like it's passed down from one brother to another. So it was basically passed down from Savior to me. And then Man with One Eye, known as King One Eye, he would drop stuff on me. You know what I'm saying? All these different brothers would drop jewels, and I'd collect them, every color, every size. And so when I was in a conversation with Sean, if I knew I needed to pull a jewel out or anything like that, I would throw it at him, because that's what brothers do. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff that I don't know, and there's stuff that Savior doesn't know. There was stuff that Sean didn't know. Hell, there's stuff that Wind and a lot of other guys don't know, but it's like we mix and match and we trade the information, and we do it all out of love. Okay. Sean was a person that loved pussy. He wasn't this incel type, whatever person. He probably said that shit. He was a person that I want to say loved people, because he literally like called me a bunch of times, and I got to the point where like he would call me like just about every day. He'd be like, I'm just checking on you, seeing how you doing. I'm proud of you. You're staying on the path. When we was on the NoFap shit, man, I didn't know nothing about it. If Sean didn't love me, Sean wouldn't have called. Okay. Because I know Sean. Sean don't give a fuck. Okay. He don't fuck with you. He don't fuck with you. He like me. Don't give a fuck at the end of the day. Sean moved on, and I realized, my number was blocked like a lot of other brothers. But that's because Sean's mind was made up. And when that happened, the things changed. And you know what? I may not like it. I may not have respected it. But that's what he wanted to do. It's just like me saying right now, for example, let's say, hey guys, I'm Red Pill and everything, and I want to be a fucking Chippendale, and guys would look at me, be like, what? You want to be a Chippendale? You want to be a male stripper? And I'm like, hell yeah, fuck yeah. Let me get on there and pull my Magic Mike type shit. Let me do that. And y'all would look at me like, what the hell? And I'd be like, but that's what I want to do, So you can respect it or not respect it, but either way, I'm going to do it. That's how Sean did it, and a lot of guys do it. So I want to say the greatest thing is that when I mentioned before that when he had talked to Brother Savior recently, Brother Savior finally mentioned this in the past 3 days. He said that despite, the differences, and he did what he did for a reason, because if you weren't on the Sean train, you weren't on Sean plan, it was get on the plan or get off, because Sean was, in his head, he was evolving. Sean said at the end of the day, he's like, I still love him. I love Sean, because like I say, who the fuck is Renegade? Dude, I know Sean. Okay. He'll always be Sean to me. And I want that to be towards other brothers too. Y'all can look at this Renegade person and y'all can say this and that. Guys, he was Sean. He was two different people on that internet and off. Y'all didn't hear him laugh. Y'all didn't hear him smile. Y'all didn't hear his voice when he would get pissed off or he'd be confused or he would ask questions of concern. Y'all didn't hear all the things that made him him. Okay? Sean wasn't this person that you see online. He wasn't like that 24/7. But when he put out content, he wanted you to be like, damn, he know what he talking about. Damn, that shit hits. Damn, because he wanted an impact. He wanted to be famous, guys. It's the only way that he knew how to do it. It's like him and the whole monk shit, Like, it's funny as shit. Like, I try to be monk and ends up smashing like 3 to 4 girls, in the process, even with the vegan shit. I'm gonna go get these gains. I'm in the Taco Bell drive-thru. I remember he'd be ordering his bean burrito. I remember when this fool, I'm at the gym, right? So I'm coming home from the gym, and he was telling me how he had called into work, and I'm like, oh shit, like you calling in the work? He's like, yeah, you know, I called in. He's like, sometimes I don't even be calling in. And I'm like, what? And he'd be like, of course, go on the Taco Bell. This fool ate Taco Bell. Like, no joke. That was him. He would eat Taco Bell, and I think he would eat McDonald's too. But this fool, I think he was at Taco Bell getting his burrito or some shit. I don't know if it was a bean burrito. I think it was some type of like, it wasn't vegan, more than likely. If I'm willing to remember, it wasn't no vegan shit. He got whatever the fuck Sean wanted, and I pulled up at you know where I was staying, and I was outside. It was at night. It was pitch black. The stars were out. The moon was shining and shit. And I'm just talking outside for hours, just pacing and shit. I didn't care because that's what we did. I was like, wait, so you called in? And you're like, wait, sometimes you don't be calling. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, bro, sometimes I don't be calling. I'm like, how many times you done that shit? He's like, shit, for about a month. And I was like, what? I said, I think he worked at FedEx, if I'm right. And I was like,
he did.
Yeah, and he like talking about being a packer or some shit or boxer or some shit. And I was like, how long you been working there? He said, I've been working there about 3 months or so. And I was like, fuck tard, you mean to tell me you like no call, no show for about a month and you still have a job? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, fool, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. That was Sean. You know? I want everybody to know that Sean was not Renegade. Okay? And maybe Renegade wasn't Sean. But Sean, at the end of the day, he was a hard-headed MF. And he liked to hide his emotions a lot and try to put on the tough and everything like that. But guys, at the end of the day, we're all human. Okay? Sean had emotions and Sean had fucking feelings like everybody else. Because if it wasn't for, that chick in the very beginning, whatever the whole situation, guys, he wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Sean always tried to be strong and, masculine on that type of state and shit. Some guys are. But Sean's level was different because it came with intelligence. Sean was Sean. Sean was a bright kid. Sean was my age, guys. Like I said before, Sean was, I want to say, a positive guy. He wasn't negative. He wasn't dark or any of that shit that eventually became. Sean had a lot of good people around him. I remember he even told me about Freaky Jersey Tales. I was like, who the fuck is Freaky Jersey Tales? He would put me on people and I'd put him on people. Like, I think I put him on One Eye, man with one eye, known as King One Eye now. I'm pretty sure I put him on him. I'm like, bro, you gotta listen to him, bro. I'm telling you, bro, he's dropping jewels, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, you gotta get on him, bro. It's gonna change your life. I'm telling you. We would trade content creators. Like, hey, who you subscribe to? Hey, you subscribe to him? Hey, have you heard him? Hey, let me see you this video. Hey, bro, let me see you this video. We did what red pill men were supposed to do. We talked with other brothers on the phone. I'm pretty sure I know for a fact he had me on the phone with people I don't even know if I fucking knew. A lot of the times it's like that, guys, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what brothers do. We help other people, just like I put in the comment section to one brother, hey, get with Savior. Get, hit him up. We'll link up, on a chat, whatever, talking on the phone or whatever. Bro, any of y'all on this chat, any red pill men in general, any person who is a real MGTOW red pill man, guys, we're all family. We're all brothers in this. Okay? We're a family. It's the reason why this has hit me so hard and it's hit to home. Okay?
He was family, bro.
Yeah, he was family. This guy was my brother. And so losing him, it was already hard when he decided to do what he did. Okay? But we knew that was Sean. This was even harder, guys. Any red pill man, any fucking MGTOW, bro, link up with somebody. Get my number. We'll chop it up anytime. If it's going through anything, bro, I have a story. Everyone has a story. we will talk. This is what the community, we're not selfish. We're not, oh, I have these many subscribers, I'm not going to. No, bro, it's not about that. It's not a popularity contest. I don't want to give a shit about that. Are we really going to be this petty? Oh, I can't talk to him because he's this popular, this and that. At the end of the day, there are some really good dudes in this shit. As I say, this shit saved my life. There's some really good guys. I am so happy that I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of great brothers, and there's many more to come after that. I want to make this where what I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to go too deep on it. Male suicide awareness and suicide awareness in general is very big. Okay, guys? If you feel like you can't talk to nobody and you feel like no one's there, this and that, let me tell you something, guys. Even if you're not red pill, and even if you're not MGTOW and you're just on here for no matter what your views are in life, I don't care. Guys, hit me up. Hit Savior up. I'll talk to you. If I'm busy or if I'm working, whatever it may be, because we all have lives. We all got to go make that bag, make the money. I'll get back to you. One way, one how.
And
go ahead.
Because I'm gonna be closing this soon, bro. And brother Steve gave you a great dialogue, a really great summary over brother Sean, brother Renegade life, man. Because the truth of the matter is he was a different person, man. Now I don't know the person he was at the end. Watching his videos, he was gone. He was doing the black pill thing and he was living his own life at that point. I don't know the person that was at the end, but the person we knew was the person we knew 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago when he first came, before he went on the black pill journey, man. That was a different person.
5 years. When did I meet us each one?
And
this year would have been about this year making in about 2 months would have made like 4 years, bro.
Yeah. It'd have been wild, man. He was 21, man. He was when he came home to the pills, man. 21, man. It was so long ago, man. It's crazy how time fly, man, and we've been brothers for this long. But man, it's like Brother Steve said, man. We here to save lives, man. We here to save lives, and I taught him the red pill philosophy, like I taught Steve that, and they live by that every day of their life. And Sean lived by that even to the day he died. He met up with a lot of brothers, man, sharing information with saving a lot of people's lives, man. And I'm just really proud of him for that, from that aspect, man. But the truth of the matter is, he, like Steve said, and I said, he wanted this, man. And a brother left a comment in the chat, man, because I'm going to close this soon. He said that he was tired of the Western society that he lived. And the Western society indeed is hell for men. I'm in the chat room telling y'all brothers today, it is hell for men. And like Brother King guy said a long time ago, be careful before you take them pills. I'm going to say from his perspective, be careful before you take the black pills. Be careful before you take any pills, to be honest with you. Be careful before you take the red pill. Be careful before you take these, because once you take them, Steve on the phone today, he can tell you, you can never go back. You can never go back. And that is something, when you see the world from what it is and you don't have love around you, man, it can consume you. It can consume you, man. And you need that love amongst your brothers around you, man. Because to see the world for what it's, to know that society don't give a damn about you as a man, and to really understand that women really don't, it eats you inside, man. It starts to consume your life, man, and destroy it, man. If you don't have the right people around you. And you need that. And we need that as a community, bro.
Brother Savior.
The red pill philosophy of love is so important. I'm stressing it a lot, but I'm going to keep on stressing it. Any man that's watching this and watching this panel today, put your number in the chat. Any man that's watching this channel today, meet up with these brothers. This just not just talk on the YouTube internet. These brothers are going through personal things in their life. This is serious. We lost a brother today. I mean, we lost a brother a few days ago. But we lost a brother in the community because it killed him. It consumed him. He didn't have enough love around, and he did that on purpose. Because love can save lives.
Yeah.
And that's the real reality of why we lost our brother Renegade, man.
Yeah.
So
I want
many
to
stories.
chime in. I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Guys, you may be asking what the pills are. Okay. You know what blue pill is? Purple pill is basically, hey, well, red and blue, you still think, there's a chance of snap. If you don't believe that, cool. If you don't deal with women, whatever. I still deal with women on a basis anyway. I'm a fuck. I'm a man. Okay. Like man, King One Eye said, copped a lot of whips, rocked a lot of hips. Fucking right. My man. So I want to say something about red pill, right? Red pill is one of the truest forms of brotherly love. Truest. I've never had anybody that's been there for me like that. I've never had anyone. Dude, guys, I can't explain it. Guys, red pill is like love, dude. It's brotherly love, and it's fine. I tell Savior all the time that I love him. That's my fucking brother. Straight up. Ain't a damn thing you can say it. You know what I'm saying? Someone asked me, I'm gonna say we came out the same pussy and everything. Okay. Black pill.
Go ahead.
Black pill. Guys, just don't do it. I'm keeping it PG. Because of Savior. Don't do it. Don't even, just don't. I'm gonna say, if you want to save lives and you want to be a better version of yourself, and you want to see with the unkeen ear to the unkeen eye and literally become a fucking just monster. I mean, I'm talking about you like Superman or some shit. And unlike other males of this all alpha male BS, guys, the red pill is a beautiful thing. It saves lives. It saves people's lives. It saved my life. It's brotherly love. It's the best. It's the only and best male support group for men by men. I'm gonna stop real quick and I'm gonna give it back to Savior. I didn't mean to chime in, but I had to say this. I want to say that something he's already said. Stay red pill, because the red pill is love, and the red pill save lives. And I love everybody that's on this stream right now, and I hope that you heard the things that you needed to hear, and I hope that you were able to hear from my perspective to brighten the mood and a lively mood. Because I'm not about to get on here and be depressing and shit, guys. I want y'all to leave today with an open mind and be like, man, this was Sean, not this Renegade shit, guys. Leave with an open mind in the mind what I'm telling y'all and be like, man, Sean was crazy. Remember the good things. Remember all the great things. That's the only thing that I can tell y'all that keeps me in a good place. Remember all the great things. All that other shit, fuck it.
That's it, bro. I'm about to close this out, man. Thank you. I want to thank you, Brother Steve, for giving us a great insight on Sean, man, so people can really understand who this brother was. That he was really a human being like all of us, man. He had struggles like all of us, man. And y'all can really understand who he was as a person, man. He really was a great person, man. A funny guy. He was an overall great man, man. And he saved a lot of lives on his journey to the red pill. He saved a lot of lives, even in his life, as he did even when he went his last days of his life. So I just want to close this out, man. And Steve, I'm happy you was on the panel, man. I'm finna close it out.
All right,
And
bro.
you got any last words?
Last words. You may not ever get this message, Sean. Probably never will. But I'm going to say, I love you, man. And I love y'all. And thank y'all for chiming in, and thank y'all for hearing the good stuff and hearing all the things that needed to be heard. Because I honestly and I truly believe today that if I didn't get on this stream, it probably would have been a different story. And I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting. I kept it PG and I said all the right things that needed to be said about him that y'all needed to hear, that no one else knew except me and Savior. And I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I hope y'all have a blessed night. Stay red pill. Red pill saves lives. Red pill is freedom. Red pill is brotherly love. I'm out.
All righty, brother Sean. Brother Steve. Now I'm finna close this off myself, brother. Brothers, on the behalf of the red pill community, the MGTOW community, on the behalf of the black pill community, we want to say rest in power to you, brother Renegade. Farewell, my brother. And on the behalf of the red pill and black pill community, we love you and rest in power. This is MGTOW Savior, brother. Goodbye and farewell. And I love you, brother Sean, brother Renegade.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. Then I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place, see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride. It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. See you again. We've come a long way. Came a long way from where we began. You know we started. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. I'll tell you when I see you again. First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger. With small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be living for the last one. Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.